Hello, this is my reflection video for my EDU 606 lesson. I'm going to go ahead and get started. So the first talking point is lesson theme. So with my student, I worked on his writing ability. He has a very hard time with coming up with complete sentences and taking that and to put it into paragraph format. And then to dive down a little deeper, we looked at vowel combinations, which is another skill that he struggles with. So the two vowel combinations that we looked at in this lesson were OU and OE combinations. So the Common Core standards that I included, and these are in regards to his functioning level. He is a ninth grade student and he is 15 years old, but for his functioning level, he is, the targets that I chose were W32, which is writing information, explanatory text to examine a topic and convey ideas and information clearly, and W34, which is with guidance and support from adults, produce writing in which the development and organization are appropriate to the task and purpose. And the case manager actually used a different framework for her students, and this framework is the K-12 Career Development Curriculum Framework. And the curriculum standard that I chose was Curriculum Standard 1, which is students will demonstrate a firm grounding in the interactive language processes of reading, writing, speaking, listening, and viewing, as well as the ability to use those skills to communicate effectively. So what this student kind of incorporates is my case manager is trying to get our students ready to move into the working field. So she found the Curriculum 12 framework, K-12 framework, to fit the needs of our students better than the Common Core standards. And it's kind of like an umbrella if you think about it. And then you can dive down deeper, and the Common Core standards are kind of more concrete of what are we exactly looking at. So the objective for the lesson was the overall goal was student A will correct spelling errors in a 5-sentence paragraph of his own writing using a variety of sources, i.e. dictionary and technology, with 80% accuracy. And this goal comes directly from his IEP. This is what he needs to meet by April. For my target, I had student A will write 3 to 5 sentence analysis of a picture with correct spelling with punctuation in the following vowel combinations OE and OU with 70% accuracy, which I am glad to say he was able to complete, and I believe it was with 83% accuracy. And over the course from RSAW 1 to RSAW 3, he actually showed a 40% increase, and that can be seen on my lesson plan sheet. I have a chart down at the bottom in my reflection. So what went well with this lesson? So with this lesson, I had my student come up with his own words with some restrictions. I had consonants for him and consonant blends for him, and I had word combinations with them with OE and OU already on the side, but he had to kind of create put the two together to create his own words. I used bananagram blocks, which I'm not sure if you're familiar with, but they are kind of like Scrabble blocks. They just don't have the little numbers down at the bottom. And what I did is, so I taped the sections together, and he had to figure out, okay, which words are real, which words are not. And then when he created real words, I asked him, do you know what this word means? Can you describe this word? For instance, I asked the student if he knew what the word sour meant, and he just kind of made a puckering face and was like, to kind of hint at, okay, I can't really describe what it is, but this is what it feels like, which I thought was pretty interesting. He did very well with that, and he did very well with writing his real words and his fake words down on the side. In regards to what I would do differently next time, so in RSAW 3, Lesson 3, I focused more so on OU and OE word combinations. With these word combinations, he did well, but I felt that I could have incorporated ones from RSAW 2, which was the two I just described, and then OW and OA. Those words he did not need help kind of coming up with his own words, but I think to reinforce them from RSAW 2 or Lesson 2, it could have been done and executed in Lesson 3. So I wish I dived more deep and looked at those, but I wanted to really focus on the words combinations, vowel combinations that he was struggling, which was OU and OE. For the last question, what went well and would you do differently regarding the recording? So with the recording, I did not record my student for this last lesson. I was observed by my SP. With this lesson, it was just a one-on-one setting. Therefore, I did not think I needed to do a video recording. However, if I was to do a video recording, what I would do is I would set my camera up in the distance. My student is very technology driven, so I feel that if he saw this camera, it would almost be like I'm looking at the camera, I'm focused on this camera, I can't look away from this camera, and I feel that I would see behaviors that I normally wouldn't see if he knew the camera was here. What I would do is I probably wouldn't have done the swivel. Just because I was sitting at the table with this student and I really wasn't moving around too much. We were just kind of sitting and kind of focusing just kind of on a one-on-one level, and we didn't really move around too much. However, I would like to, if I was to do a recording, go back and listen to my language. I have the tendency to lead students to the right answers, ending with like the phrase, right? Is this right? And kind of like hinting at, hey, let's take another look at this. Maybe we should go back and look. But that is also something my SP brought to my attention to let me know that I frequently do that. So that's another skill that I will be working on. Other than that, I feel that my lesson went very well. I had a lot of things planned out for my student. His behavior was excellent. He participated in a beautiful way. My SP was not a distraction to my student, which was good, because sometimes if we have another student or another teacher in the room, that can be very distracting for my student. Overall, I thought he did an excellent job, and I'm very proud of his work, which I did share to him at the end of Lesson 3, and I was very impressed with his ability. Thank you for listening to my video. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you very much.